Nobody ever tells women in their 80s the truth about their hair. That the wrong cut can add years, but the right one can bring back a spark nobody expected. Imagine 5 haircuts that make you look radiant, lifted, and unmistakably elegant after 80. I research worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we're perfecting 5 haircuts that make older women look younger after 80. And by part 3 you'll want to pause and look in the mirror. I mean it. We're covering the cuts, the swaps, and the one mistake almost every woman past 80 is still making without knowing it. The first haircut alone changes everything. Let's go. 1. The soft silver bob. You spent years believing shorter was safer, and somewhere along the way your haircut stopped saying anything about you at all. That flat, cropped shape sitting close to your scalp isn't gentle. It's aging you by draining every bit of softness from your face. Here's the truth almost no stylist mentions. Hair past 80 thins at the crown first, and a cut with no shape there just exposes it further instead of hiding it. The fix is the soft silver bob, cut with gentle graduation at the jaw and airy layering through the crown. This one lifts instantly. It works because the layering catches light exactly where volume has faded, creating movement instead of flatness. Honestly, I wish more women knew this before their 85th birthday, not after. Swap a blunt, close crop for this softly graduated bob, and the difference shows the very first morning. Swap flat set styling for a light diffuser dry, lifting from the roots as you go. There's one detail that changes how your whole face reads on camera. It's the angle of the graduation at your jaw. Ask your stylist for it by name. Maintenance is simple. A trim every 6 to 8 weeks keeps the graduation crisp so it never falls flat again. This is the cut a friend of mine tried reluctantly, and within a week strangers were asking who did her hair. Your bone structure was built for softness like this. It was always there waiting to be shown. But this next haircut solves a completely different problem. The one making your face look tired even when you feel wonderful. 2. The feathered curtain crop. Have you ever noticed how tired your eyes look by early afternoon, no matter how well you slept? It isn't fatigue. It's your fringe sitting heavy and straight across your forehead, casting a shadow right where your eyes need light the most. Most women over 80 keep the same straight across fringe they've worn for decades, never realizing their face shape has softened and changed. The feathered curtain crop solves this by parting gently at the center and feathering each side away from the eyes. Yes, that's simple. It works because feathered pieces catch light instead of blocking it, opening the entire eye area in a way a blunt fringe never could. This is the one that made my own aunt stop mid-sentence and ask what changed about her face. Swap a heavy blunt fringe for this feathered curtain style, and swap harsh flat ironing for a soft round brush finish that lifts the pieces away from your skin. There's a reason this cut flatters almost every face shape past 80. It has nothing to do with your hair type and everything to do with where the layers begin. Maintenance means a quick trim of the feathered pieces every 4 weeks so they never grow heavy again. You've earned every line around those eyes. This cut simply lets them shine instead of hiding in shadow. The next haircut on this list handles something almost nobody talks about: the back of your head. 3. The lifted nape pixie. The back of your head. When was the last time you actually looked at it in a mirror? Most women never do, and that's exactly where aging haircuts quietly live. Flat spots, uneven ends, hair that collapses the moment you sit down. Here's something surprising. The nape is often the thinnest area on a woman past 80, yet it's the one part of every haircut left completely unaddressed. The lifted nape pixie fixes this with soft graduated layering that tapers close at the neck and builds gentle volume upward. This one is everything. It works because the shorter graduation at the nape actually reveals the elegant curve of your neck instead of hiding it under limp, overgrown ends. There is one particular detail that makes this cut so flattering past 80. It's cut dry, not wet, so your stylist can see exactly how your hair falls before a single snip. Swap overgrown ends at the nape for this lifted graduation, and swap a heavy neck covering length for this open, airy shape that shows your neckline with pride. Maintenance is a trim every 5 to 6 weeks to keep the nape graduation from growing shapeless. Your natural elegance was never about hiding. It was about being framed properly finally. But the fourth haircut on this list might be the boldest one yet, and it's the one most stylists are afraid to suggest. 4. The silver shag with movement. Stop hiding behind the phrase age appropriate, because when it comes to texture, there truly is no such thing. So many women past 80 believe movement and texture belong to younger hair, and quietly settle for flat, static styles instead. The truth is that a shag cut, softened for mature hair, creates the exact kind of movement that reads as effortless rather than aging. The silver shag uses a regular layering throughout the length, never uniform, always slightly unpredictable in the most flattering way. You needed to hear this. It works because irregular layers break up any static heaviness, letting your natural silver or gray catch light beautifully from every angle. Honestly, this is the cut I recommend most and mention least, simply because it takes real skill to cut it well. Swap uniform, one-length layering for this irregular shag texture, and swap heavy serums for a light texturizing spray that won't weigh down the movement. Maintenance means asking your stylist to retexturize the ends every 6 weeks, so the shape never grows blunt again. Those beautiful eyes deserve a frame with this much life around them. And the final haircut on this list ties every single one of these ideas together into the most requested look of all. 5. The soft layered lob. Have you ever wondered why some women past 80 seem to glow the moment they walk into a room? It is almost never about makeup or clothing. It is about a haircut that moves gently at the shoulders, catching light instead of sitting stiff. The soft layered lob, cut just past the chin with subtle internal layers, is the most requested style among women in their 80s and 90s for exactly this reason. It flatters nearly every face shape because the layers begin at the cheekbone, lifting precisely where gravity has quietly settled. This is the one everyone asks about. There is one small detail your stylist may never mention unless you ask directly. The internal layers must be cut dry to react correctly to your hair's natural silver or gray texture. Swap a one-length lob for this internally layered version, and swap heavy blow drying for a gentle air-dry finish with light mousse at the roots. Maintenance is simple. A trim every 6 weeks keeps those internal layers doing their lifting work. This is the haircut a woman in her 90s once told me made her feel, for the first time in years, completely seen again. 5 haircuts. 5 ways to feel like yourself again. And you deserve every single one of them. Bonus part. The one habit that undoes every great haircut. Here's something nobody warns you about. You can get the perfect cut, walk out of the salon feeling radiant, and still watch it fall apart within a week if one habit goes unchecked. That habit is sleeping on the wrong pillowcase. Cotton pulls at fragile, mature strands all night long, creating friction that flattens your crown and roughens your ends before your morning coffee even brews. This one is everything. Most women over 80 have never once considered their pillowcase as part of their hair routine, and that is exactly why this mistake goes unnoticed for years. A silk or satin pillowcase changes that overnight, quite literally. It lets your hair glide instead of catching, which means whatever shape your stylist gave you actually survives until your next wash day. Honestly, I wish someone had told my own mother this decades ago. It would have saved her so much frustration over flattened curls and frizzy mornings. Swap your cotton pillowcase for silk or satin, and swap rough towel drying for gently blotting your hair with a soft cotton t-shirt instead. There is a reason your hair looks perfect leaving the salon and disappointing by day 3. It usually has nothing to do with the cut itself. It has everything to do with what happens while you sleep. Maintenance is simple here. Wash your silk pillowcase weekly and rotate 2 of them so one is always ready. This tiny switch is the difference between a haircut that lasts 2 days and one that lasts 2 weeks. Because the truth is, your bone structure and your beautiful cut deserve to be protected, not undone every single night. And once you've made this one change, every haircut on this list will hold its shape exactly the way it did the moment you left your stylist's chair. Now here's the part most tutorials skip entirely. It isn't just about what touches your hair at night. It's about what you reach for first thing in the morning. Most women over 80 grab a boar bristle brush out of habit, The same one they've used for 40 years, without realizing their hair has changed texture completely. That kind of brushing creates static and breakage on finer, more fragile strands. A wide tooth comb used gently from the ends upward protects every layer your stylist just cut. Swap your old bristle brush for a wide tooth comb, and you will feel the difference within days, not months. This is the detail that quietly extends every single haircut on this list, and it takes seconds longer than what you're already doing. You just learned 5 haircuts that most women spend years searching for, one salon visit at a time, without ever finding the right answer. You didn't just watch a video. You changed how you'll look tomorrow morning. Tell me, which of these 5 haircuts matches you best, and which one are you trying next? Next time, we're tackling the one hair color mistake that quietly adds 10 years overnight. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I'll see you in the next one.